Thanks. I just salute you. I acknowledge your huge tenacity and perseverance. And, you know, I'm glad to be, I feel liberated actually to be here with you again this year. I was here last year for the first time. My flight path into politics was precisely on this issue. Because it's not just a case of this is not our debt and therefore it's unfair and wrong that we're paying it. These are losses. They've been relabeled debt. And they're losses of a private banking system, part of capital markets, and it has been just literally stuffed upon us. Now, I'm a person who believes in fairness, and this is unfair. Joe Higgins was the first person to articulate it on the European Parliament stage 3.5 years ago. And when he did so, he just produced the facts. And he said 70 billion, as it was then acknowledged it was roughly about, of losses being socialised into debt on a nation of 4.5 million people was wrong, morally wrong, and couldn't be justified. And Mr. Barroso actually lost his temper when he heard that. Why would somebody lose their temper when you're just being presented with facts, unless it's because they are in effect in the position or in the situation of being a bully, an institutional bully? And he re-echoed that sentiment only just before Christmas gone by, when he said that Ireland was at sort of the core of the Eurozone financial problems and therefore bears a culpability. How dare he say that? You know, he's so far off the mark. One thing that I'd like to underscore here too is Louise O'Keefe, another good Cork Munster woman. She took 15 years of courage and persistence with the same facts and the same information which the High Court in Ireland had decided against the validity of her claim. And so the Supreme Court also had the same decision. And she kept going with the same facts and evidence. And the European Courts of Justice found in her favour, rightly so, for fairness. Therefore, that's why, you know, you have the arguments that you've been making based on the facts that are undeniable are absolutely valid. So, you know, press on. That's what I believe in, and I'm delighted, and I wish Diarmid every success in his bid for an MEP seat. He deserves to be there. Europe needs to hear again in Parliament our case. I tried to do it myself. I tried to do it again last May at an EMU banking conference in Brussels. And you know what? The people, the MEPs and the members of Parliament that were there from every country, and this was the heavy artillery, the Ollie Wrens, the Gisselblums, the Barrosos were all there. After the first session, you know, I decided just to, you know, open up both barrels of truth. And there was actually in the auditorium a warm round of applause. The only time in the day, in the whole day, that there was. Because, again, they sensed the authenticity of the facts and the unfairness of the situation, and also the fact that the Eurozone is still in a high state of remission. The crisis is not over. And, you know, the beginning of the review of the Eurozone banks is going to be another timid exercise, in my opinion, because if they really did the endodontic scoping of the banks, they'd be horrified at this stage. Anyway, thanks, and well done.